Hey guys, welcome back to Kicking It with Mo. So I just wanted to do a video on why I decided to become a single mom by choice and start this IVF journey. As I've mentioned, I already have a 9-year-old son and I'm already a single mom. That definitely was by choice and not by choice, if that makes sense. So I was in a relationship, but it was definitely no longer serving me or my son. So I decided that the relationship just wasn't working. So that was the end of that. And so I think that it did help me to decide to do my IVF journey because although being a single mom is not easy, I definitely wouldn't trade it. I've learned a lot about myself. I think once you have you and solely you to depend on to take care of a little person, you do really understand how strong you are, and you don't necessarily have a choice to not be strong. So, and again, I'm not knocking anyone who is happy in a relationship, whether they're married or they've been with their significant other for a very long time. This is just what I went through. This is just my journey. So I did date. I've dated a few people. It just didn't work out. And I don't want to take a risk or take the risk of ending up how it ended the first time. I know that I can depend on myself to raise my children. And that's exactly what I would rather do than to go down the line of meeting someone new and introducing them to my son. And I think dating is a lot easier when you are single because you're not introducing a vulnerable person to a stranger, essentially. And I feel like you can vet this person all you want to. Sometimes you don't see a person's true colors. Like, say, if you introduce your child to them 6 months to a year later, and they can show you who you want them to be and who they want you to believe they are. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's who they are. And for me, the main thing is to keep my son safe. And if that means that I don't date until he gets older, then I don't date until he gets older. I don't really feel like I'm missing out on a lot of things. Like, I see that there's a lot going on, whether people are posting on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, wherever. And who's to say that you could get in a relationship and be happy with that person and essentially marry that person? That doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to be with that person and to raise your child with that person, or say if the relationship breaks up, to even be able to successfully co-parent with that person. So for me, it was easier to just decide to do this IVF journey by myself, to find a donor from a sperm bank. I'll tell you guys more about that later. And to just go ahead and go for what I wanted. And that's exactly what I've decided to do. Like I said, I did start this journey about 1.5 to 2 years ago. And I've learned a lot about myself on this journey. It's taking me on a weight loss journey, a health journey, which I'll discuss more about that as well. So I think the most difficult part of this is that I'm now considered, right, a geriatric mom, right, since I'm 37. That means that they're anticipating more complications, which I really hope there aren't any. I hope that it can go as smoothly this time as it did for the first time around. So I hope you guys continue on this journey with me. Have a good night.